What's up, YouTube? Man, what's going on? Like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. Man, if possible. Man, we got, coming at you today, we got another one of these young rappers, man, that got themselves booked. Got the boy Honeycomb Brazy, who turns out to be, man, probably, I'd say one of my favorite rappers right now. You know what I mean? Coming out of Mobile, Alabama. Shorty really spits, you know what I mean? He got true skills, and he's one of these dudes that's really living. He living what he talking about in his music. And the problem with that is he's showing it every day. He's physically showing everything that he's doing on this social media. So they done caught the young brother up. They got him on a federal warrant. He's sitting with a no bail right now. And they got him, they actually caught him before going to a show. He had a show that night. And they caught him after he did a live with some guys that was locked up in the joint out there in Alabama. And they out there, man. Now, young cats, now just listen to me for a second. You know you're being watched. And this guy in particular, he already know he's been watched. His grandparents been killed. So he already got to know the feds on him. He got this ongoing beef with the other cat out of Alabama. So they've been going back and forth, and his body's dropping. There's drugs and guns involved. So they already know the whole situation with this dude. So you got to be on your P's and Q's. Your IQ got to be a little bit better than just to give it to him like that. You can't hand it over to him. You got to at least let them work for locking you the hell up. You know what I mean? Don't do their job for him. You know what I mean? But he was on live with some guys that's already locked up in the joint. And they on there, man, they got bottles of promethazine. They sitting there flashing all kinds of money inside the joint. They on the phones. They showing you they got the blickies in there. It's ugly, you know what I mean? They on that's pretty much incriminating themselves. You know what I mean? On top of they already locked up, and I mean they moving around in the joint like it's nothing. And Honeycomb, he free, but he's speaking reckless as he can possibly be, knowing he already on paper. So, you know what I mean? He talking all kind of sideways shit, you know what I mean? Telling on himself, basically. And a few hours after that, they come snatch him up, you know what I mean? He didn't cooperate. When they snatched him up, he jumped out of the car. The young lady that he was with, you know what I mean? She was smart. The young lady he was with, she was actually smart, and she video recorded everything. And she was asking all the correct questions. Where was he going? What was it about? This, that, and the third, and they was telling her it was a federal warrant. It was about a gun charge, and basically they got him because they saw him on his social media with a gun in his possession, and he's a felon. So you young rappers and you young dudes all together, they're using this social media against you. They're taking your own words and using them to get warrants against you. So when you say something on here, they're taking that to use to get a warrant to come physically snatch you up. So if they come and snatch you up and you're dirty at the time they snatch you up, it's not an illegal search. Those charges are sticking now. So you know what I mean? Y'all gotta start using your brains, man. This the same thing Youngboy just went through. This the same thing Kodak Black that just went through. Like, when are you dudes gonna learn to shut your mouths, man? Y'all talk too much, bro. Everybody's out here like they got something to prove. You have to tell what you're gonna do. All of the gangsters now talk about what they're gonna do, man. That's the craziest thing to me. Like, since when did G's get to talking about what they gonna do? When I was coming up, if you was a G, you didn't say what you was gonna do to nobody. Cause if you told me what you was gonna do to me, before you did it, I was coming at your neck. So it's just that simple. That's the era that I came from. This new stuff that's going on, it seems like it's cool to go to jail now. Like going to jail is that's the way to go. You know what I mean? That's earning your stripes now. You know what I mean? I don't understand it, man. And this young brother has talent, man. Lil J Prince, man, from Rap A Lot. Because that's who this brother signed to. They need to really reel this brother in, man, because he's tied into some mob ties type stuff. Where he's either gonna wind up in jail for a long time, or he's gonna get bodied out here, man. You can see it's unfolding right in front of our eyes. And I follow this dude because I'm a fan of his music. You know what I mean? His music is definitely, he's definitely one of the tightest dudes coming out right now, especially out of that South. I say the South, but altogether he's one of the more talented newcomers out right now, period, across the spectrum, in my point of view. You know what I mean? Because he's spitting bars. He got styles. You know what I mean? So the dude got skills. If he would concentrate on his career instead of concentrating more on the street bullshit that's going on, this dude would be a real success story. You know what I mean? Because he done been shot up on live. As soon as he got out of the penitentiary, he go live, telling the dudes down in Alabama, I'm out, I'm free, this is where I'm at, whoop-de-whoop-whoop. He ain't been out of the joint 2 hours and he gets shot up and hit up again. He done been shot up a couple times. So right now he walking around feeling as though he's invincible. And that's not the case, bro. Don't think because you done got hit and you survived, that means you're impenetrable. Because that's not the case, man. You young dudes, y'all lost, man. I see it so much, man. I see so many of these young brothers on this banging on the internet, man. Telling dudes how you gonna ride down on them. I saw a dude this morning on here telling the dude to come outside. I'm on his block, calling them all kind of pussies, inviting them to his private parts, the SODs. That's that New York stuff, man. And it's kind of, that's crazy to me, man. You don't invite a man to your private parts unless you pretty much ready to, man, go to the end with it, man. That's like, man, that's serious to me, but that's the new way to go. You know what I mean? So it's like he done had some situations that he didn't escape. But Lil J need to really reel this young brother in, man, before it's too late. As of now, it's showing that he has no bail right now, so he's sitting. He's a felon, so they probably got him in a loophole with all the papers tied up, giving him a runaround because he's well known out there in the system. So they know the whole situation of what's going on, and he already done put himself in all kind of harm's way. So they might be doing this to either save his fucking life, or it's one of them dudes out there is telling, because a lot of them cats out there scared of him because he a go hard dude. You know what I mean? They know he's going hard, and when they killed his grandparents, I would be on a mission myself, so I can't blame him on certain stuff. But this internet banging, that's the stupidest shit I've ever seen. Because you're telling on yourself, you're putting your foot in your mouth. You're putting yourself in, you're giving the courts convictions. Your own words and your own actions and your own premeditations is right on record. You're giving it to them. So that's the part you young cats gotta wise up on, man. Stop running your mouth so much. Stop giving these cops and these courts early and easy convictions on you guys, man. You rappers, man. They're using these words against you. They're using your lyrics against you. They're using your Facebook, your IGs, your YouTube pages against you. Wise up, young man. Wise up, black brothers. Man, this shit is not a game. The object was to make your money and upgrade your family and get out of the conditions you're in. Not make the money to die or go to prison. What point is that? I don't understand that. So you know what I mean? We sending our prayers out to Honeycomb Brazy, because this is a talented brother that has a chance to change his family's conditions, man, and that's not an easy thing to do. So man, young brother, keep your head up. I'll keep y'all posted on what's going on with this young fella. Yak, Chicago's finest. We're bringing it right back at you, all right? Peace.